It is what it is, and they have to deal with it.
All right, so game number 2 here between Kansas City and Cleveland. Here's the Guardians lineup. It's brought to you by your Northern Ohio GMC dealers. Stephen Kwan back in the leadoff spot. You've got some lefties back in the lineup tonight with the righty. Finally, a right-hander that Cleveland sees on the mound for Kansas City tonight. Daniel Schneemann, he's a guy that likes getting at home that we talked about.
That's right, and let's hope the bottom part of this lineup in particular can string together some really good at-bats. When we've won this last homestand so far, that's exactly what's been happening. The bottom part of this lineup has turned it over to the top to let those big guys at the top do their thing. Let's hope that continues today.
And Daniel talked to Andre Knott about hitting here at Progressive Field.
I don't know what it is. I just feel really comfortable here. I think it might be a coincidence that I didn't know that my splits might have said that, but I do feel comfortable. I enjoy playing in front of our fans, and I try to take the same approach and mindset whether we're home or away. So that's interesting that my splits say that, but I try to take, like I said, I try to take every game the same.
What have you noticed about how maybe you're getting pitched to now compared to maybe 2 months ago?
Yeah, I mean, when I got up here, I was getting a lot of heaters. I was getting challenged a lot. And then I started getting a lot of off speed. So I kind of got away from what I do well. I started chasing the off speed. So now it's kind of just getting back to what I do well and building off that. So I'm trying to be on time for the heater. And kind of my approach is really just tunneling pitches in the right area. So, you know, if I see an off speed pop in that area, I'm still able to hit it. But it just comes down to sticking with that approach. And so when I get in the box every at bat now, I try to stick with that approach. And I mean, sometimes it's not going to work out, but I think in the long run, if I'm thinking the right way, I think I'll have the results.
Versatile guy, athletic guy. Let's take a look at this 3D, Chris, for his hits, the different pitches that he hits. He certainly likes the fastball.
He definitely likes the fastball, and as a young player, he should. You need to be able to be on time for that fastball. As you heard him say, I think the fun part about this is you heard him talk about tunneling, right? Yeah. As a pitcher, as a catcher, that's a lot of what we try to do is tunnel pitches off the same plane to make them look like each other. What he's describing is maybe his fastball in his location, but looking for breaking balls that happen to pop into that same location, knowing full well if he's on time for the fastball, he's still going to be on time, or at least be able to make that adjustment on the breaking ball. I think we're starting to see him do that, and again, that's a pretty high-level thought process, you know, for a young player making his, you know, first couple of months here in the big leagues worth it.
All right, we've seen a lot of left-handers and
crushed deep right field. Blanco back. He will wave goodbye. Daniel Schneemann with his 5th home run of the year gets the Guardians back to even at 4-4. It's the 15th homer allowed by Alec Marsh.
Well, he caught himself a fastball on the inner part of the plate and gave it a ride. He was quick in there. He was down in that count, but you know, he got through the hitting area there. So one swing and they will tie it up.
What did he say, Andre? You got to stay with that approach, trying to tunnel pitches, trying to remember who he is, what got him here. Well, he got it that time, his fastball, and he crushed it.
I think that fastballs get by me the way they were. And he goes, and that's when they start telling me, tunnel what you hit best and hit it.
Yeah, well, there's 195 in on the inside part of that plate, and he got it out of there.
Arch, I think for people at home that just see the mile per hour, they go, well, why is 95 above his belt giving problems, but 95 there doesn't? But you talk about it every night. In the right place, that's almost a blind spot for some hitters, right?
You never know in this game. Daniel Schneemann homered his last time up. Base hit center field. Lane Thomas will stop at second. So Daniel Schneemann wasting no time.
Jumped on a breaking ball, curveball looked like. Really slowed it down, but he left it on the inner part of the plate and was upstairs. But it was slow enough to where Schneemann could get his hands to it, through it, and get the base hit.
Now, that's a great example of what he was talking about. Nice backhanded play by Schneemann at third base, and he throws out Witt one down.
Well, he played that nicely. He came in, he didn't lay back on it, didn't have any chance to, especially when you got a guy like Witt running. Made a nice backhanded play and a throw across to get him.